Something that I've been wrestling with in my own life has been impatience and insecurity and doubt and a couple other negative emotions. But today, when I was writing, I realized something pretty profound that patience is acceptance of the present moment. And when I say that, it makes me smile. And it makes me smile internally because I think that life can be really difficult when you aren't there for yourself. And we cannot let the days go by. We need to live with a certain sense of urgency in our lives. But we also need to be patient and realize that we can do the right things right now, and whatever's coming is coming. And that's kind of what I'm realizing. And there's just such a big sense of peace that I feel when I say those words. And that's why this video is actually meant to help me calm myself down a little bit, because I've definitely been wrestling with the fact that I want to be elsewhere right now. But I think that it's important for me to realize that I'm right here right now. And that there's actually a lot of beauty in that. You know, when I do an activity that I love, such as working out, I like to take a second to be in that moment. And I think that's what we need to be doing so much more often. I think it's just easier to do with the things that we like. Hey, this is the moment I'm in right now. But I think that it would also be important to do it in our negative moments as well. Like, if I'm feeling bad about something, well, hey, just take a second to feel it. And I think that so often in our own lives, we worry about not feeling negativity, or that we need to keep pushing on, or that we can't feel this certain way. But the truth about self-talk is, unless you face it, it's not going to go away. And that's something I've definitely been feeling throughout the last couple of years. But I was kind of reflecting on how far I've come in the fact that I'm better able to articulate who I am and my thoughts and my inner dialogue, and that I truly do embrace the the fact that it's helping me be who I am, and it's helping me be with myself. And as I continue to treat myself like a friend, treat myself like someone I care for, it's easier to give myself advice on certain things in life. Like when I'm feeling impatient, I said, hey, at least I could work on this right now. At least I can, just be here and accept the beauty of this moment, that nothing is ever going to change. Nothing's ever going to be the same. And that you have to be responsible for finding your own happiness, for finding your own things to do, for finding who you are in a real sense. And I think that only really does come when you learn to evaluate who you are and evaluate your needs and say, hey, this is what I need to be happy, and then go from there. Doing things that help you return to yourself and feeling your emotions so that so you learn to know what they are, and then they don't affect you, and you can actually use them for you. Like when I feel negativity, I'm like, okay, this is something negative. Let me feel it and analyze it for what it is, and then let it pass. I saw a really beautiful quote that said, letting go is what makes it stay. When you let go of your need for everything to be perfect, when you let go of the need for this to be that, and you just learn to observe and appreciate things for what they are, it's not that you don't try, it's that you accept everything. And in accepting what you can't change, the focus actually shifts to what you can change, and you act from there. And yes, there are some things in life that, hey, I can't necessarily change this, but when you learn to just see that for what it is, you realize there's something out there bigger than who you are. You learn to love it. The other day I was sitting on a big hill with my buddy, and the sun was setting, and I just sat there and I was like, well, this is where I am. Like, that's patience. And it's accepting that in this moment, I'm just sitting on a hill watching the sunset, and it's the felt like the most beautiful thing in the world. Just a sense of there's something out there bigger than me, and there's so much positivity, but you have to choose to see that. And you actually have to make a conscious effort and decision that this is the perspective that I'm going to accommodate. And in that perspective that accommodates you, when you see things as positive, you just become more positive as a result. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a better job at that. And it makes me so thankful that I'm able to see positivity and I'm actually able to be who I am and love the life that I'm living and, be the subject to my own experience. Not only that, but to realize that I'm the one who's experiencing it. So why would I choose to feel anything but good about the things that are happening to me? And when you choose to feel good about the things that are happening to you, you accommodate such a patience for the world that whatever happens will happen and I'm going to love it just the same. So you're not rushing to tomorrow because you're here right now and you love right now and you're actually choosing to see the world with a positivity right now that you know you're going to be able to find tomorrow because it truly is a skill. And it takes constantly talking to yourself and meditating on the things in life and choosing happiness instead of seeing it as something that you can't attain because you haven't done this, that, and the other. But it's something that you're here right now. Another great quote I saw is we need to give ourselves an opportunity to feel how we feel. Because in saying that there is no future self to achieve and no self to overcome, is to say that we can't overthink about a future that is yet to come and overthinking about a past that has already passed. The only thing that we can focus on is in the present moment. And that's what patience has been teaching me. It's to live in the present moment and to love my life for what it is and to love the things around me and to get better by consciously choosing to get better because it makes me happy, because it's a form of self-love. Not to say that we completely ignore our past. It's good to analyze our past, see where we went wrong so that we can change. But it's not to focus on a future either, something that hasn't come yet. We need to be here. Tomorrow will worry about itself as long as we keep taking the actions to make this present moment better. And we all can do it, but it takes choosing. And that's that.